Hi, my name is Jason Mimic, and I work on the product team here at MongoDB, specializing in our cloud-native footprint. You know, MongoDB and Kubernetes have a lot in common. They are both cutting-edge distributed systems. They are both run on everything from Raspberry Pis to laptops to petabyte cluster scale. They are now today household brands which have paved the way and helped define cloud computing as we know it today. In this video, you'll get a quick review of the MongoDB 2021 Kubernetes product lineup, including a demo. MongoDB dropped our first operator back in the summer of 2018, followed up with an OpenShift Innovator Award from Red Hat in 2019, and today we have a stable of 3 operators and with a growing install base and backlog. But before we go any further, let's take a step back. So why even run MongoDB in Kubernetes? Let's start there. Why would you want to run MongoDB in Kubernetes? Usually the answer to this is simple. Kubernetes is where your apps are running. Apps have data and need databases. So sure, run your databases on the same platform. You might need to offer your own database as a service within your organization. This is a common practice we see across all our major enterprise customers. Finally, at the end of the day, you want all your apps working in a unified way, maintained with best practices, and you want to be taking advantage of all these advances in cloud computing to optimize your delivery and give your customers a great experience. There are trade-offs to consider, however. So maybe we could take a slight twist on that question. When should you not run MongoDB in Kubernetes? Well, if your data is in the cloud and you don't want to hassle with managing anything, then don't use MongoDB in Kubernetes. Use MongoDB Atlas, which is fully hosted MongoDB with every feature available. Now, if your data is not in the cloud and you do not want to run Kubernetes, then for sure, don't run MongoDB in Kubernetes. Run MongoDB on VMs or bare metal, and then use MongoDB Ops Manager to automate everything. Now, if you don't fall into either of those categories, then you should consider Kubernetes. And we have 3 different operators to satisfy those requirements. The MongoDB Atlas operator, a community MongoDB Kubernetes operator, and an enterprise operator. Hi, my name is Jason Mimic, and I'm a product manager here at MongoDB. Today, I'd like to give you a demonstration of the new MongoDB Atlas AWS CloudFormation resources. The MongoDB Atlas CloudFormation resources allow you to integrate Atlas projects, clusters, and database users directly into your CloudFormation templates and build pipelines. In June of this year, MongoDB was a premier launch partner in the new public registry for CloudFormation resources launched by AWS, which makes it easier than ever to use these new integrations for Atlas into AWS. So let's have a quick demo of what it takes to set up and use these and launch an app through CloudFormation using MongoDB Atlas. To get started, you should log into the AWS console, navigate into CloudFormation, and on the left-hand nav, go into the public extensions. See a new option for third party, select that, and then you'll see the MongoDB Atlas resources here. In order to activate a resource, you'll first need to create an IAM role with basic Lambda execution privileges. To do that, go into IAM, say create a role, click CloudFormation, you can select basic execution policy and give it a name. Okay, once we've created that, we'll grab the ARN for that role, and we'll use it to activate the type. Switch back over to CloudFormation. public extensions, third party, and we can navigate to the Atlas project, click navigate, and that will activate the extension. Repeat that a few times and you'll have all the resources activated. If I switch to a different region here, sign back in, and we'll be able to see that we've got them activated. So when you're done activating, you'll have all 5 activated in here. So let's try to use these real quick. One great way to use them is with the SAM CLI, which is an integrated way to deploy Lambda functions and simple apps that use CloudFormation. The MongoDB Atlas resources are completely compatible with this. And we have a new sample extension cookie cutter project, which kind of builds off the samples that come with the SAM CLI. So let's jump over to the command line and create a demo. We're going to tell the SAM CLI we want to make a project and we want to download it from GitHub from this new MongoDB cookie cutter project. We'll call this demo. That just generated a project for us. We can go over there. We have a complete project already generated, which is ready to build and deploy. One more parameter. Okay, so what just happened here is we ran a little extra helper script that actually used the Mongo CLI tool to pass in our Atlas credentials. We can accept all the defaults. This whole project is going to create an Atlas cluster, an Atlas project, an Atlas database user, an IP access list, and a Lambda function that connects to the whole thing. All through CloudFormation, all with a chain set and completely trackable. So once you kick this off, we'll start to see things rolling out. So what's happening now is CloudFormation stack is getting created. It's calling the custom resources, which is proxying API calls into MongoDB Atlas to create the actual resources. And now we're up to the cluster creation. This takes about 7 to 10 minutes. When it's done, you'll get some output just like this, which has a URL to your app that you can come over to and connect into. This is a real live application connected into MongoDB dynamically through a brand new created cluster. And there's links right into Atlas right here. So this was a quick example and demonstration of how you can use the new MongoDB Atlas CloudFormation resources. Thanks for listening.